Welcome, happy Monday. That's another installment of Monday Re Tsene with Pretoria Psychologists. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome very much. And if you want to check out our previous videos, you can do so. We aim at informing the public on various mental health issues. So we cover a broad spectrum depending on the specialty. If you feel that there is a topic that you want us to cover that you don't see in our videos that are posted previously on our Facebook page that we might have done in the past, you can really just make your comment and say, this is what I'm struggling with. Can you address it immediately? Or we can address it in a video just like this one in the next episode. So if you have also not subscribed, subscribe here so that you can get reminders and also notifications of any new videos that we upload so that you don't miss anything. On this Monday Re Tsene, we just really want to give you good nuggets for the week to say Ashum Mpaho, Asisis Kaftini, as you see, to see you through the week, to see you through the moments of you not really sure about where to go, how to go. So in this episode, I am addressing parents. And the reason why I'm addressing parents is because, yes, although we are in not a stringent lockdown level, parents are still homeschooling. They are still sort of, in inverted commas, stuck with their little ones who, they have been stuck with for now, it's almost 4 months. And, it can be very, very overwhelming, especially for parents of babies who are still quite dependent on them. And maybe they are used to being at work. They are used to taking them to preschool or to grade school. And now you find yourself having been with them for such a long time. And you might even think to yourself, am I now the only one or am I going crazy? No, you are not the only one. There is many parents who are experiencing the same. Myself, I have even experienced that as well. And I remember this one client of mine coming in and saying, you know what, I don't believe in TV, I don't believe in this, but right now I'm feeling guilty because now I'm babysitting my child through YouTube and through tablets, through laptops, through the TV, because I need to get work done. And that is actually the dynamic where most parents find themselves having to do their daytime job because they are able to work from home. Unlike there's many industries that allow us to still work from home. So unlike when you were still taking your child to school or to preschool, you were able to then in that time do your work, do what needs to be done in your office or in the meetings, in various locations and so on. And at the moment, there is no that separation between your office life and your home life. All of it is joined. And especially for young kids, they don't understand that you need to be in the office or you need to be on your laptop or you need to be in a meeting with your supervisor or your colleague or your staff members if you are an executive or if you are somebody who is running their own corporation or who is running their own gig. So it becomes very hard then to say no, to have those boundaries with the little ones that see you as being available while you are actually not really available, and which then poses this guilt feeling that parents have been having. And this other parent that I saw somewhere, about a month ago, she was overwhelmed, and we were actually supposed to have a session, and we were having a session online, and the little one started crying. At the time the child was 8 months old, and the little one started crying, and the 3-year-old kept on coming into the session. So you could see that even in her trying to take care of herself, have a moment for herself, it was not possible because of the ages of the children that she's taking care of. And mind you, I've got older, not necessarily old, they are still very much dependent on me, but they still come into my, Zoom videos and meetings and so on. Although, yes, I have those strict boundaries to say when I'm working, unless it's an emergency, unless somebody's dying, that's the only time you can call me. But I remember I had a session previously, not so long ago, where one of them creeped in because the computer was dead. And I said to them, just because the computer is dead, it's not a train smash. So how do you then navigate around those boundaries and so on? And if you are anything like me, I did not believe, I must say not right now, because COVID-19 has really been a game changer in our household as well. But I was somebody who wanted to limit screen time, who used to be very, very strict around when do they watch, how long do they watch, what do they watch. But because of this, having to keep them busy while you are doing work, while you are having meetings, then, I found myself having to surrender to things that I did not agree, the parenting philosophy that I did not subscribe to. And what I want to actually leave with you parents today is that cut yourself some slack. Be easy on yourself. Don't be so hard. The guilt that you're feeling to say you're not stimulating the child enough, is my child now gonna come out dumb because I'm not making them read and go climb trees and do all of these things that we used to do under normal circumstances. Please cut yourself some slack. As I am about to take a breath right now and say, and out, breathe. It is only temporary. It's only for now. We are going to definitely recover as a nation. You are going to recover that lost time of not so-called stimulating the child by you being there. Sometimes, yes, exhausted because, you were doing your work and you were doing the house chores and all of that. I think it's Financial Mail, yes, it's the June Financial Mail. The cover picture actually has captured all of it, where the woman is in the kitchen with the laptop, carrying a small baby, the other one, holding them and so on. And that has, really captured what us as parents are going through during this time. And what I want to say as something to help us to cope is to say, take care of yourself. Self-care is not being selfish. Actually, by taking care of yourself, you are able to better care for others. And I like using the metaphor of an oxygen mask. For anybody who has flown before, who has been in an airplane, usually they will say, put the mask on yourself first. And there's such truth in putting the mask on yourself first, because it's only when you have sufficient oxygen in your bloodstream that you are able to help the others. I like making clients imagine that you are in that aeroplane and the oxygen, the cabin pressure becomes low and the oxygen mask is lowered, and then here it's an infant who is unable to help themselves, and here it's somebody who cannot walk, who needs to be assisted. And most of the time I ask, who are you going to help first? And most of the time, for people who don't understand the concept of self-care, they will say, I will help the one who cannot help themselves, or I will help the child. But by the time you help the child and the oxygen has gone down, has dropped, you are also dead. You are not helping anybody, because that child will not know how to get out without your assistance. That woman or that man in a wheelchair or who is unable to walk will not be able to walk out because you have dropped dead. But if you've got enough oxygen in your bloodstream, you've got enough strength to be able to help the others who are unable to help, who are unable to help themselves. So there is in the madness, there's a method. The principle is that you cannot in any way help anybody as long as you yourself are depleted, as long as you yourself are frustrated, as long as you yourself are burned out. You are unable to give the good stuff to the people that you need to give to. So take that moment. If it means taking a bubble bath and locking yourself in and letting them cry, let them do that. If it means, for a moment, giving them that gadget, making them watch TV, even though it's not according to your philosophy, let it go for that time so that you yourself can recharge and, and have enough energy to be able to give to others. So our Monday nugget, Monday Re Tsene with Pretoria Psychologists is take care of yourself. And with that, I want you as parents out there at home who have been, in inverted commas, stuck with your children. Well, they are your children in the first place, so you are not necessarily stuck with them. It's just the situation that is a little bit complicated. But I want you to tell us, how have you been able to cope? What are the things that have helped you? Share it with other community of mothers, of things that obviously I will not be able to put all of them here. Yes, there is many self-care tips that I can, talk about. So share it with other parents right here in the comment section. And also, if you've got questions, we'll be very prompt to answer your questions and to engage you in whatever you want to hear from us from a psychological point of view. For more information on the upcoming topics or even the previous topic, go to our website on www.pretoriapsychologists.co.za, and there you will find many other resources that can help you throughout the week. And hopefully, if you are not coming back next week Monday, then they can help you throughout your journey of this. Thank you. See you next time.